All right. Good afternoon, good night, morning, folks, depending where you're at. This is your man, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Folks, it's been a while since I did an interview. I think I was busy last month. I had like 3 or 4. I was, but then it's kind of quiet because it gets, 4th of July, everybody wants to party and do everything else. But I got a lovely lady here from Brazil, and she is a NPC bodybuilder, not physique,
Yeah,
not
body big now, I think.
yeah, a true female bodybuilder. This is one Miss. If I
Yes.
want to make sure I get your name right, Issa Fabiana Syhler. If I read, ma'am, to make.
Isis Fabiana Syhler.
All right, thank you for correcting me. And Miss Issa, she lives in Denmark with her husband Henrik, and he's here because her English is not that good because she's and we can he's here to help us translate, and we really appreciate her for coming through and sharing her story about how she got into bodybuilding and everything else. So, like I said, ma'am, again, introduce yourself to us and to my subscribers, and tell us about your story, how you get into this sport of a muscular sport like bodybuilding.
Yeah, I go start my story about bodybuilding in old times. I remember that in old times the bodybuilding and don't have too much fitness like today. I remember that I started in 2003, the first competition in Brazil. E I remember que have only three categories: fitness and bodybuilding, female bodybuilding, and like figure. In
Figure,
Brazil,
yeah.
yeah, o name is, I don't remember the name now. Mas I remember que only three categorias, e me almost more bodybuilders than fitness now.
Mm.
E I state champion in Brazil, in vice champion in 2005. I remember que it's big competition in São Paulo. I fly there and competition, and after this, I stopped because I have depression.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much stress and too much things around me, and I cannot fit like today. Psychology good and body is good like today.
Yeah,
Now
that's
I
the
have,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing about this sport is because one thing about people, like I talk to on my channel quite a bit, people have an issue with women with muscle. They
yeah,
feel like it's like, especially you're from Brazil, where it's very machismo, you might want to say,
yeah,
environment. Yeah, and it's just I did an interview with a lady she's from Mexico, and she mentioned that too, because as far as South America and New Mexico, and it's tough to be a woman in a sport where it's considered a man's sport. But in the last few years, my history of I've been following bodybuilding since I was a teenager. My brother used to play football, and he American football, with the one we had here, and he used to get the muscle mags. And I follow guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lee Haney, and those guys were amazing. When I was growing up as a kid, because
yes,
there was something because there used to be a cartoon in America called He-Man. If you ever heard of it, and it was just like those big, strong, muscular guys. But then when I saw women like yourself with muscles, and I was a teenager, I was a young kid, and just look at y'all, and I was going through the ages where I get kind of, I don't want to get too many details, but I when doing this content and the stuff I found out what you women go through, the stuff of people making comments about why you have muscle. You have guys who are making comments to you about you're too muscular for you shouldn't you're a man, but it's guys with boobs bigger than mine.
yeah. The happiness too much like this in Brazil, and now I think que now que I'm living here in Dinamarca, I saw in Instagram and Facebook, it's growing more about women inside the bodybuilding, growing more. Sometimes in 2015, I don't remember que stop o bodybuilding because people's inside the federation talk about women bodybuilding. It's like mates, like speak about scary movies as women's bodybuilding no, in stage like scary movies. More, I think what is speak about this no stage in old times. I remember que eles check out o biquíni shine, check out acessórios, like rings or armbands.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. Everything for women bodybuild. It look like, man, everything is it's not shiny like today.
I know we talk about, because now is, like I talk about on my channel how it's changed. Used to be back in the day, you didn't have too many. Your
Yeah.
suits didn't have to be too fancy, but now the suits are sparkly. You have to wear jewelry, makeup, hair, everything else.
Yes.
It's also expensive to be a woman competing compared to the men.
Yeah.
The men got to wear little shorts. I call it, what we call him in America, we call them banana hammocks, because they're holding it, and they're little tiny shorts, and it doesn't cost that much for them. But for you ladies, it's more expensive for you, because the fact is your suits can cost from anything to maybe about uh 10, I don't know, it was like about a few $1,000s. I don't know what the price is in Denmark, if the money has changed that.
Yeah.
And then you got to get your hair and makeup done. And as you know, if you follow bodybuilding, I remember back in the day, when the Miss Olympia was the biggest show.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
then, yeah,
Yeah.
and then they, the IFBB decided to pull it out from, all the shows out and let it go. And then, as like I like to quote movies. And one of my favorite movies is the Batman Begin movies by Chris Nolan. And there's a part where the actor Liam Neeson, if you heard of him, where he told Bruce Wayne, played by Christian Bale, saying like, only way to take away enemies is to walk quiet behind them and stab them in the heart. And that's how they did the women's bodybuilding. They walk quiet behind you, stab your heart. But when your strength came in and saved you, ladies, and then, like I said, it used to be it was a good amount of shows overseas. Like there was a thing called the FIBO, if you remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that was kind of like the European version of, I won't call it Olympics. It was like almost, I would say, closer to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. It was a big event. A lot of bodybuilders kept. I know one of my favorite bodybuilders competed there. She's from Denmark also, and she was gone for a few years. Hella Trevino, and she
Ah,
came back.
yes.
Yeah,
She's Danish. I
oh,
I think my husband now a little bit.
Danish. Danish.
She's Danish now. She moved for USA.
She moved to U.S. a few years
Yeah.
ago, and
Yeah.
now she lives in Dubai now.
Ah, okay. Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. We got some people in here. It's my man KL. Don't go against nature. She's nice. He likes you. It's my
Thank you.
man Lawrence Perkins. Good morning, Isa and George. Happy
Oh, Lord.
Saturday.
Yes.
Appreciate it, Lawrence. And Lawrence again. Yeah, I'm just like George. I've been a fan since I was 14. Yeah, and we love you, ladies. So as we're talking about how you were dealing with depression, and that part is it.
Yes.
It's just hard.
It's hard. I think because que have everything about bodybuilding, about bullying, que speak, né?
yeah.
You know, I'm young. I don't have the same mind like today. I think young. I'm so much pressure, and my family destroyed. My father is alcoholic. My mom it's a little bit to try and take my base in my family. It mix everything. It mix bodybuilding. Mix. I don't have many money for me making my dreams.
hmm
It's so young. It is I stopped bodybuilding in 2014, no, 2005, and I come back my return in 2004 again. More another mind, a mind more positive, more. I now can need to make this. I now I go suffer some racism or some booking about other people's. I cannot listen other people's. I need to make my dreams. This is my way. This size to now. I think this.
Yeah, that's the thing is that there are, like, I recently saw one lady who I follow. Her name is Aubrey Whitley. She lives here in my home state of North Carolina, and she posted how people make comments about her. And that's the thing is,
Yes.
you have to grow thick skin with it. I know we being young, as young, you be influential, like especially on social media. A lot of young people, they listen to people like this, and this is how I am. I am, I'm gonna say I'm 47 years old. And I grown to a point where when I was growing up, I was a little bit chubby. I've been chubby for a long time, and kids pick on me. I used laughter and stuff like that. But like I said, I had to grow thick skin, because the fact is, I can't make nobody happy but myself. And you don't
Yes.
like what you don't like. Well, see, here's the thing is, you can do like this. Excuse my language. You can shut the fuck up and mind your damn business. I mean, I'm just gonna be true with that. And people should realize that you ladies, you are women still. You are women. You are athletes. You have a passion for a sport. And if somebody got a problem, hey, you don't like it, you don't have to say nothing, not a damn word. Keep your mouth to yourself. Here, my
Yes.
man Lawrence, you ladies walk the face of these earth. He's a fan. Lawrence is a fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So as when you decided to, compete again, what was that feeling when you got back on that stage?
I'm feeling in United States or Danish competition.
Whichever one.
Yeah, because always I stop, and I stop. I start to speak about bodybuilding, and I come for Danish for living Denmark because I'm married, young,
Well,
and
let him come in here and say hello to us.
yeah, yeah.
Come on, yeah, yeah. Hello, Henrik. Hey,
My
we,
husband's trainer too.
oh, you should train too. What's it
Yeah,
like training, being a wife and being a husband and a trainer to this lady?
Oh, no, I'm not a trainer, but we train together in the gym,
we
and
train together.
that is
Oh, you train
great.
to oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that is
oh,
great.
yeah, you train together. So, how long y'all been together? How long y'all been married?
Oh, about 4 years, I think.
Hmm.
four
And when,
years I'm married.
and
Yeah,
when did y'all meet?
We meet in Brazil.
in Rio de Janeiro.
Hmm.
I remember I'm living in Vitória. I travel 8 hours to bus. I travel 8 hours to bus for find my husband.
Oh yeah, you got to go somewhere. I live in a very small town, and my family's kind of expansive. I probably related to half the people in my town. I remember one time I went to a club one night talking to this girl, and she said like, well, like, what's your name again? I said, my name is George. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she said, oh, you know what? I remember your family. I said, who's your family? And she told me her grandfather's name. I said, that's my great uncle. So nice meeting you. We'll see you next time in the next family reunion. Yeah, I gotta get. Yeah, you gotta go somewhere. You can find a good man. You gotta go with it. We have here my man Lawrence. Hello, dear sir. Says hello to you, Henrik. And also we have here Neverborn. Good morning, good afternoon to both my bro Gio and the great Miss not Iris is Isa Syhler. Not brother. It's not Iris. Not Iris
Okay,
Kyle.
no
No,
Iris killer.
no,
Iris
I know, I
killer.
know, I know. She's like in the mode of Iris. I mean, like Iris in the early years when she was like, Iris was just, I'm like I said, Iris was amazing. I mean, she had a great physique. I think she was a reason where I think some people say she was one reason was that how female bodybuilding fell off, but also next generation came up. And and if you have a favorite bodybuilder, somebody you follow on social media, who's your favorites?
My favorite is Andrea Shaw.
Yeah, Andre. I
Oh,
mean,
she's fantastic. And, oh, I follow too a Marvelous, and I love a Marvelous because she's so stony feminine.
Amanda Machado.
Marvelous, a
Yeah, she's a,
Marvelous.
yeah, she's
Yes.
a fellow countryman. She just did the Chicago pro yesterday. She got, I think she made fourth place at that show, and she does have a great look to her. She's a very beautiful woman. I mean,
She
and
have a look beautiful and feminine and
yeah,
stage and it's too funny. See, she posing no stage. She think that she like it, and she is I don't know como it's explained como é que speak it, like
She make funny moves on the stage.
yeah,
funny movies no stage, funny movements, and it's very beautiful. I think.
yeah. That's the thing is that there's always been a great number of women came from Brazil, like people like Annie Frides, Samantha Labat, Simone Olivier. Also, I'm a big fan of mixed martial arts, MMA. This weekend next weekend is going to be Amanda Nunes, one of the biggest MMA fighters that's around. People like Talia Santos, who just recently fought the championship. And Brazil it has a great athletic, healthy background. I had a friend recently. Her name is Mandy Pope. She was in Brazil about a couple of months back. She was
Yeah.
helping up a fighter by the name of Amanda Ribas. The weather's a little warm there, but she enjoyed it. She got a good experience out of it. Maybe some stuff she didn't like as much, but it's great. We have a history of there's so many great female bodybuilders who I follow on social media who have not yet um, hit, and that's the hard part. Is it harder for a lot of competitors to come here compared to if you go to Europe and other places in the United States?
Yeah, the hot for travel, né, Moise? He asked some. You ask some things for travel or
Yeah, it's harder for travel.
sorry?
Is it harder for travel?
Hard for us travel now. I think now it's too much expensive ticket, and I think de stay here for trial pro card, na Dinamarca, Scandinavia place first. Because I think que Romania or USA, they have a level nível, they a high level for me, I think.
They have a
Hmm.
high, have a very high level of bodybuilders in those
Yeah,
countries.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Romania,
yeah.
USA.
Because yeah, we see right. We have here, man. Never born. True words. People need to learn. The respect comes and goes. People need to keep their lane if they have negative opinions, and if you have passion for bodybuilding and strong girls, embrace them. I think he's trying to say. And here we have here a man, never born again. Keep the
Yes,
respect and positive vibes. Yeah, and what good, Mr. Syhler? You great to meet the guy who earned the heart and beauty of a fantastic bride. And thank you, Neverborn. He's very complimentary. And he's want to say thanks for he's the one thanks Law. That's why my man Lawrence for sorry for the misspelling. He want to apologize for the misspelling and and yeah, her name is Issis. So it's actually Lawrence, you forgot an S. You're missing an S between after the I,
yeah,
brother.
é Isis.
Isis,
Isis.
yes, Isis brothers. All right. And yeah, it's expensive, because you're not even a pro yet, and it does cost a lot more to compete as an amateur because you have to pay for your interest fees, and not just counting your suits, your food, your travel, and
Yes,
and I
and
think
supplements.
I think it might be a little bit easier to travel in Europe some parts compared to others. Like I think around about between France and England they have that super train, but
Yeah.
still.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Scandinavia for travel is very easy. It's, for travel,
Yeah, it's very easy to take the airplane to the Nordic countries like Sweden and Finland and that. But if you have to go more outside of Europe, that is very expensive now and also not so easy.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's the thing is because I know a lot of field bodybuilders who have travel who are European field bodybuilders. Like I follow people like Irene Anderson, Virginia Sanchez, Lisa Cross, quite a
yes,
few others. I did an interview with a lady. Her name is Ivana Dakova. She's from the Czech Republic, and he's probably going to do more shows like the Romanian Muscle Fest. There's also the Europa Championships where this qualification for next year's Olympia. And so because it used to be there's only one show. There was the Portugal that was for this year's, but it used to be like three or four. But they cut the numbers a lot because and it's just there's been always been a great number of bodybuilders come from Europe, but everybody knows that to get your earned qualification or get enough recognition, you have to come to America. And
yeah.
there's a movie. I'm like I said, I love quoting movies. There's a movie called Pretty Woman where in the end of the movie, where the guy says, this is Hollywood. Everybody wants to come here, and that's kind of like what America is. So, folks, we got here my man, Neverborn. He says, Isis is me, brother. You see him misspelling her name. It's Isa. It's Isa, and I think Iris.
Então,
Yeah, yeah. I think Iris Kaz is in Tokyo right now. One hell of a role model in female bodybuilding community and legend in 2000s. Yeah, I mentioned. And he goes again. Also, Gio, my bro, asks Issa if she does any type of martial arts or physical training along with gym training like yoga, etc. So, what is your training? What kind of type of training do you do?
he asked about fight, né? Something like yoga. More in Brazil, I play capoeira.
Oh yeah, that's like a form of dance and also a little bit of martial arts. I heard
I
of
like
that. Yeah,
dancing.
like you. Yeah, I remember that movie. It was a movie with a what was that movie? I forgot the movie name. I remember it, but there was they capoeira. It's
Capoeira,
yeah,
yes.
capoeira. With this thing about bodybuilding, as long as you've been in it, and what would you, as a competitor, share as your experience? Your time.
My time is bodybuilding. It's my dreams. Yes. My dreams sometimes stop because your life is not easy all the time. People speak about things beautiful. Like in Instagram, you need to go, you need stuff, but you need to be your life, uh, a base of your life. You need futuro. You need to be. Uh, speaking of, help me
Yeah, but
for try. I want to try. I want to speak. You need to make your dreams. No depend the other people. Or ask about sporage. I don't have sporage. You can make it yourself. Like I make now. We make now. You train hard. I pay my food. I pay my travel. I pay and coach. Everything. I make my dreams. I make myself. Yeah.
That's good because that's what we call a self-made woman. And there's a one of my favorite quotes is like, this old saying where it goes, you know, uh, when we fall, how I know because I can pick it off right here. Why do we fall? Because we learn to pick ourselves up, and that's the thing. We have to, it takes time to get to
Yeah.
the, you have to put in. If you're not willing to put in the work, then don't do it. It's best to, find something that works for you, and you enjoy what you're doing, and that's a good thing. If you enjoy what you're doing, it's always, it's just one of the things that makes you feel good. You make that good feeling inside. When you get in the morning, you go hump the weights, you're pushing up, and then you look and see like, what, my biceps get a little bigger, my traps getting larger. I
Yes,
mean,
I start
developing.
a diet. I start more energy. I don't understand why. I start a diet, carb down, more body is beautiful. I'm seeing a mirror every day. I see transformation every day, lead transformation step by step. It's fantastic, I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing about sport. It's about progression as an athlete. You are progressing. You've been in this for at least since 2000, 2003. That's almost 20 years. And I've known some ladies who have competed that long, and maybe they never got their pro card. Some eventually did, and it's just about the hard work you got to put in. There's a lot of sacrifice you got to make, time. And like I say, you have family. So that mean that you can spend time with your family. I know some ladies tell me sometimes there could be a family event, and because they're on their diet, they have to bring their own food because they can't eat like there's a nice piece of steak in there, and maybe a potato, and there's a birthday cake or something like that, and they can't eat that. They have to eat broccoli and rice, or maybe some some quinoa and a
then I
piece
eat
of
it for
fish.
her.
Hmm?
Then I eat it for her.
Uh-huh. That's a good. Yeah, we got here, my man, never born. What is your favorite mode of transportation when traveling, boat, plane, or trains? Are you a flyer, a rider, or are you what? How you like to try to?
I like ferry. Take
Mm-hmm.
ferry. You
Yeah,
know ferry?
yeah. A ferry like the little boat you go across. You like I know a ferry boat. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because it's so easy. You take your ferry. For example, I go for dentist. I go make something. I go take a ferry for Denmark to is very switch or ferry for Germany. Everything is close here.
Yeah,
I
it's like
like.
yeah, because like you say again, it's not easy for going to like someplace like Switzerland, Sweden, Scandinavia, because it's a lot closer. But
Yeah,
if you got to,
We have only maybe 3 hours from here to Hamburg in Germany. Takes.
yeah. I
Then
take
yeah,
you go
ferry.
one
I
hour and
I have a lady I've become friends with. She's over in Germany. Her name is Tisha Thomas. She has a documentary out called the I Am the Tigress. She's a beautiful chocolate lady herself. And I had family that when the military was in Germany, and it's pretty good. I think it's probably one of the few cities where I think a woman like yourself can do pretty well. You want to move slightly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We have here. My man Lawrence, I watched the rest of the interview. I'm going to get ready to go to work at church right now. You all have a great day and keep living life into the fullest. Thank you, Lawrence, for coming and support us. Have a great day and enjoy church. Also, my man Neverborn Geo is my role model, guy full of wisdom and kindness and respect. Awesome job, my dude. Be praying more and more for good tidings to you and MG.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate that, brother, for and he's back, Mr. Schneider. Right.
Miss Syhler.
Mr. Yeah, yeah, you can't spell, man. It's Syhler. It's Syhler. I mean, man, not Snyder, not the Snyder cut. I got some people that are ignorant on here. Folks, this is a lovely lady on here. Follow her on. Have her information in the description. Follow her. Support her in her path. I'm gonna say this because I don't want you to feel, but this is why I tell some guys This I know this is a beautiful lady. She's got big old muscles. I know she's psyched, you guys, but I got a rule I tell my guys, and I'm just gonna apologize for shit. No D pics. Don't send her that stuff. She's married. Her husband might get pissed off. He don't want to. He don't want to look at his fight and say, "What? Who said this to my wife? Who said this shit to my wife?" I mean, this pissed me off. I know. I know. Like I say, this we guys like ourselves. We call ourselves schmoes. We guys who are fans of women like you with muscle. Some guys are a bit extreme on the case. I know I was talking to a lady who's a friend of mine. She was telling me how some guys send her stuff like, themselves naked. And I know your husband don't want to see that shit. He does not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here it is. My man, Big Dog, what's up? That's Brooke Burrell. That's my brother. Appreciate you coming through, Brooke. And here is Brooke. What good, my brother? Never is missing a live stream, live chat. Appreciate it. And also, Neverborn says, wait a minute, what Neverborn saying here? Issa almost reminds me of Carla Marie Bradley. She's also another Brazilian. You've ever heard of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Carla. She's been competing just about as long as you have. She's a pro. She lives in the States. I know she has a son. I did some videos about her. I used to talk to her a good bit on social media. I know she's very busy. And wouldn't it be great if y'all ever? I mean, I would love to see y'all two in a show together. I mean, it'd be like just beautiful. Two beautiful chocolate is Brazilian women with big muscles standing on the stage. I mean, some guys are gonna be so excited they have to go and but it happens.
I know now in Brazil was having a group like same wings exchange. They have the same group and 25 women, the most strong in Brazil. Now I don't know if you have more this group, but it was and heavy and 25. Example, Carla and Alcione and they have many. They have 25 women. Bodybuilding group.
I know there were a couple. They did a show about a couple months, about months back in Brazil. And I know one lady. I think I can't say her name right. Vera. I think I don't know how to say her name right, but I know another lady who took second at that show. She did a Portugal. I said Issa Barus. I think Barus. I think her name is, and also Natalia Coelho. She also did that show. Yeah, and Natalia, she's from Brazil. She's right now. She's done like 5 shows since the Olympia. I mean, I don't know. She's young. That's the thing about that's you thing. But I think you should slow down a little bit. Everybody wants to get a chance to go to Brazil here. We have here my man Brooke Brown, who is this beautiful young lady. Her name is Issa Syhler, and she is I'm sorry if I get my name wrong because
I'm not young. I'm having 41 years old.
Yeah. How old are you saying again?
41 years old. Sério?
Oh my
He told
God.
me my husband it's a senior. I mean, Mister.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't think. I would think you probably in your mid to early 30s. I mean,
yes. I'm old too. I'm not
damn
young
good.
like he think.
I mean, it's about this lifestyle. Because I met some women who I know a lady who's competing this weekend. Her name is Marianne. She's almost 60, and you wouldn't think she's 60. I think she's about 50. Maybe I would say like maybe late 40s, early 50s. And I mean like Linda Murray.
Look like
young. Linda Murray's almost 60. And I saw she did a show on the YouTube channel. And and if you look at her, I say, my God, I still remember when she was competing. She looks just as young as she was back in the day. Linda Murray, I wasn't a too big fan of Linda Murray, but I think she was a great woman that represented everybody. She had the great muscles, great looks. I mean, like I said, being a black man and from the South, I love my beautiful black women. I love my women of melanin, and I think it's just amazing when you see the combination of muscle and melanin. It's just amazing look. We have here my man Neverborn. I'm sorry, man. It's hard to pronounce. It's not hard to type, man.
They're hard to pronounce.
Yeah, but it's not hard to type, brother. That's a preach has been sent. No D pics. Keep it real, my G. Keep the respect and keep the love to a minimum. Yeah, respect these ladies because the folks, like I said, guys, these are women. and you have to respect them because they put in a lot of time, a lot of work. I mean, and they don't need to be harassed on social media. You don't need guys who are too friendly or guys who not too friendly. Be like I said, I was talking to a lady who I become friendly with. She had a guy to touch her, and I know you out there and you're among people, and sometimes people stare, and you have people want to. Can I touch you? Can I? What's that?
I love Dutch. Like in Turkey, me and my husband and travel there for holidays, and people want to talk to me. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to me, and everything is touch. No, it's not good.
Yeah, yeah, especially with everything with this virus coming down, social distancing. I mean,
Yeah.
and you have to be careful. I know overseas this was really serious when that virus hit, and and just, I mean, like this one story was my mother. She's been my, like about family. My mother, she passed away a couple of years because of that virus, and I took care of her like 5 years. And no, and you said that your father was he drank.
Yes, not more because he's died
Oh, I'm
now.
sorry, my father passed away too.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I can understand because my mother used to tell my father was like this, and watch this for a second. I'm gonna do a little quote here. My father was a drunk and a fiend, and my mother never liked it, not one bit. Why so serious, son? Why so serious? I'm sorry, that's one of my characters. I have different personalities. Right now, you're talking to George MacArthur. I always George Page. Then there's also, this guy, the Joker. I like dynamite and gasoline, you know. And also, I have another character called Pervy Sage where I talk about things a little pervy. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, that's just my personality. Here we got here, my man Brooke Burrell, Miss Aisha. Aisha, how long have you been in bodybuilding in the world? She's been bodybuilding for at least about 20 years. Brooke, you come in a little late. You can always watch it later if you want. And also we have here Never Born, Terminator, RoboCop, Make Wait for Aisha. Aisha.
Terminator and Robocop.
Yeah, yeah, y'all be able to say like Terminator, RoboCop. Like
Yeah.
Arnold. Yeah, like Arnold. I'm a fan of Arnold, but get to the chopper. But the last 2 years, while ever since Arnold, there's some stuff Arnold did that I think I'm not too much a fan of. How you remember there was a show it almost was a class called Mr. International, and it was from a bodybuilding, and he dropped it, and then this year he dropped Women's Physique. But if you look at now, as we talk about, here, Mr. Issis is the hardest part of what? Oh, he want to ask you, what is the hardest part of being a bodybuilder? He wants to ask.
I love everything more. The hardest for me, I think, in 2 days after station because you cannot drink water. My mouth is so much dry. I need and keep some things for my mouth because it's so dry. I think it's more hard not drinking water.
Well,
To,
this advice somebody told me. What you get sugarless bubble gum and chew bubble gum because what bubble gum does is cause your mouth to move around a bit, and it does
yes,
give your mouth a little bit more. It won't be as dry. So you ever feel that situation, tell Henry the whole of like a little thing of sugarless bubble gum. Your sugar because and maybe give you a little sugar. You chew that because I know I see a lot of ladies who train and work out. They chew bubble gum while they're working out, and that bubble gum does help move your mouth and get your juices running. And
yes, yes. Mhm.
now, Miss Isha, do men find you intimidated due to your how powerful you are physically? Do you, like I said, a woman like this? Yes, some men I think will find intimidated because some guys who don't have the same mentality and passion like this
Yes.
lady has. That's why most guys will pick women on women like this because the fact is, like me, I'll tell you about myself. I used to be about almost 500 pounds,
Mas
and
I don't think much about intimidate. I think much about there is one competition in fitness center. Like I take weight, while the guy young take more weight. You look for me to make like this. You guys start to check out o dress na gym when I start training because eles want competition.
Yeah.
Me and my husband.
Yeah, but the thing is, a man should never compete with, especially when it comes to looks. Men should never compete when women when it comes to looks, because men were different species than women. I mean, there's guys who we call pretty boys, and I could never compete with a woman. I could never, maybe
Yes.
you should never try, because men we have our how strong we can be, and when you're women, you have your lane. We should never compete against each other. You never. That's why you don't ever see women bodybuilders competing on the same stage with men bodybuilders. You don't see Big Ramy competing with Andrea Shaw. You don't see someone like Sarah Vigas compete against somebody like Chris Bumstead, because we're both different. That's why there's two different divisions for divisions for men and divisions for women. But the thing
Yeah.
is, if you're in the gym and you feel like you're intimidated by it, like Isa comes in, she takes off her jacket, she got those big traps, she got some big
And
shoulders.
start a growing a back, the walk like and como speak was walk like a gorilla.
Yeah,
Você start to walk like this.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that you are who you are. I think somebody should respect that, because okay, she come in
Yes.
here, she's put on the big weight, she's putting here, and I think that should. I think also I think it's a motivator, because I think some guys say, what, maybe she gets, if I can get next up me, or also she could actually say, how you doing? What, get some advice for you, because that's the thing is, if you can learn from somebody, you can teach somebody. Like this is old saying, metal sharpens metal. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're not gonna hold you up too long, because I know you just got from working out. Y'all probably it's already about probably time for y'all to eat. What's your favorite meal after a show? What do you like to eat when you finish of a show?
I want to eat. I think want to do everything. I want to eat to refrigerator. I think it's cake after show or donuts. I love donuts.
Oh no, everybody loves donuts. I mean, you'd be like Homer Simpson, donuts.
Oh,
See, there's a place called here where I live at. It's called Krispy Kreme, and it's a store where you make donuts. And if you come through certain the lights on, they're hot and fresh. You be like, you're trying not to burn your tongue, but and that's the thing, is that the food part of it is important to competitive, because it's not, everybody, you need certain aspects of food, but especially to grow and develop as a competitor. Um, and that's and that is the one part about being in the sport, your diets, how what works for you, like how often do you eat in a day, as I know they usually say like 5 6 times a day, or how is it?
I think I have how many meal I have? Five,
between 5 and 6 times.
5 or 6 times. You the
Hmm.
most food that I have now is chicken.
Hmm.
200 grams of chicken in almost every meal.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
chicken,
Eat
also
rice,
rice and chicken.
eat
right,
rice.
chicken. Yeah, that's why I try to eat a little more, because I don't eat white rice, because I'm pre-diabetic. I try to eat brown rice, which is a little better. I try to get chicken where I can take it and I can steam it real good, or bake it, and then I do like broccoli and carrots, and uh, cauliflower. I eat more green leafy stuff, but I not taste green leafy stuff. So.
Okay, I
But
don't have other option. Então, they have some eggs the morning or some how in English. How am I speaking?
Oh yeah, what is it
They
called?
have it like a green. I don't know the name.
No, it's called
kale,
Like how I don't know. In Danish is
finish your kale.
and whey protein and eggs. This is fantastic the morning. After the morning, only chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. I'll
Chicken and
tell you.
rice. Yeah,
Yes.
well, that's how we were raised. We were raised on chicken and rice, and sometimes, where we live, we couldn't afford the beef. We usually get or pork. But, we try to get away from pork as much as I can. But it does taste good when you slice a piece of ham, a piece of cheese, and toasted bread. But that's the thing about the diet, and everything. I know sometimes you be craving carbs. You be want something sweet, but you got to resist that urge, because I'm training. I got a show coming up. I know sometimes he might eat something that he's supposed to eat in front of you, and you might get mad at him, say, hey, don't eat that, not in front of me, But like I say, you have a good support system, with
Yes.
him, and You still in contact with your family back in Brazil, or
Always, and in December, I fly. I must have been in Brazil in
Yeah,
December.
last December we was in Brazil and visit her family.
Yeah, I visit my mom, my cousins, and my friends, my good friends, really friends. Size the young, it's fantastic. Brazil.
And that's good that you have that supportive family. And like I say, that's why I want to when people know to realize that y'all women are women, y'all people. You have families that support, and that's a good when you have somebody, like you have Henry, you get your mother back home, you get your friends, you get your family. Because you know what, it's tough, being a competitor. I know there's days where you get up in the morning and you say, I don't want to go work out, Henry. I don't want to go, I don't want to eat this, I want to do that. But to order to get to the next level, you have to push out those. You have to be consistent. Some days I do work out, but some days I feel like I just want to watch cartoons in the morning. But I got to get motivated. And that's the thing about it, it's motivation. You got to like that. I always used to tell myself when I used to go to work, I got to stay on my job. I got to stay on my job.
Yes, I'm feeling more energy in summer. In winter, I feel more like tired, more like and quiet, more. Always I go for training. I don't care. I need to go for training. You need to get up, take your workout and pre-workout and drink. You go for training. But the summer is fantastic for training. I train 2 times for day maybe in summer
Hmm.
because we have some férias, holiday now because of the summer.
That's pretty cool because I think in Europe is a lot more, especially around places like Denmark, Scandinavia. I think y'all get more holidays, you get more time off compared to here in the States.
Yes,
We work almost 24/7. I mean, we're going through a recession right now where it's not too it's not too expensive, and especially we got out of the pandemic where a lot of people couldn't travel as much. I know some shows were canceled, and it was tough for a lot of people. And then, like I said, people passing away, but you know what? There's this old saying. Sometimes things have to get worse for to get better, and that's the thing is about this sport.
yes.
We got my man Balls Deep coming through. What up and salute? Thank you, Balls Deep, coming through and dropping that salute. And like I said before, my man Balls Deep again. Miss Isa, good morning, gorgeous. You have a fan, my man Balls Deep. He's always Chicago here. Yeah,
Yes.
Chicago in the house, my man. He gonna drop his other thing. Yeah, don't say no.
The
Galato
last,
on deck. I mean, I I don't know
it's
what
not good the sound, I think.
and
Like
smash,
smash.
yeah, yeah. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash that like button. Like I said, smash this like button. Support, subscribe. She's like I said again. Her content is here. I have her social media. She's on Facebook, IG. You want to reach out to her, support her. Because like I said, these ladies can use any support to get. What I miss, brother, you missed most of the show. You might as well just watch it later and on watch it later when you have the time. And like I said, we know, like I said, we don't want to hold her up too much longer because she just got back from training. You want to eat, you want to rest, you want to rest those muscles.
I want to make biceps today.
Yeah, because I'm looking at her right now. She has some. Look at her. She has a beautiful body. Look at the traps. Look at her shoulders. I
Sim.
mean, I know there's a this is no offense. This is an old schmo saying like when you ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard. Because like we get excited, and me doing this content, I get excited when I talk to ladies like yourself who are coming up in this sport, who have been as long as you have, who have worked as hard, and still try to get yourself a place into the next level to be a pro. And she's planning on competing in the show. What shows you supposed to compete to get your pro? We were talking about it on IG. You already have some shows you're planning on doing. What's those shows you plan on doing?
In November, no?
Yes.
November. I think I sent for you, and that too. I think it 10 de November. I don't
I
remember.
think I think it was. Let me check real quick. I think it
Check
was.
for me, please.
Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Cause let's see. Give me a moment. She sent me. Okay, I'll pull it up real big. Let me do this real quick. She sent me a list of shows she's planning on doing, and they're gonna be mostly in Scandinavia in November because, like I said, it's a lot easier for her to travel there and to get there because compared to trying to do stores in the states, there's this show in I mentioned her There's a show in Romania, which is also has a pro qualifier, but she
Yes,
want to focus on the shows that are a little closer to her, which is a little more reasonable for her price wise, which she can travel, get back, but also always keep that show in your pocket, just in case if anything comes up. Give me a second. I'm about
I
to pull
think
it.
it's 9th November. Open
Yeah,
Pro Quality Denmark.
let me see. I think I got it. Give me a
My
second.
camera.
I should have it here.
Yes.
And let's see it. It's right here. I'm going to pull it up. Share. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Yes, it's the list here, and it's right here, November 19th. It's the Open qualifier in Denmark. Also, yeah, and also I sent her a thing here. She
Happy
appreciates that.
October too. Ah, yeah, Olympia.
Yeah, and also this is here is another show coming up, and it's in also where's it like August. Those in August, but that's in Bucharest. So, but your show coming up in November, and also, folks, I want to show some pictures for her. She got on social media. Follow her. I mean, she has some great pictures. I mean, I like this one right here. This is, let me see. You see, like, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's like, I'm going to do that Flav long one. Wow. And she has a beautiful physique. She has great,
Thank you.
good bit of size. Just got to bring in the definition. I talked about this on my channel. There's a debate between size and definition. And it's a lot harder for you bigger women to bring in a definition. You bring in that size, but that definition is just a tough part about it.
It's so hard definition. I think to keep some volume in station is too much hard. More definition for me, it's more hard in leg. You see, my leg is not having so much definition. It's I work for more than 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because I
Long
think,
that. It's
yeah,
long that.
that's the hard part about, I talk about it's debate between condition and definition. The last few shows, a lot of girls have been winning is been girls who are from physique who switched out, and now it's more of the smaller girls winning some of these shows. I think there's been one woman who's been kind of like a true female bodybuilder that's won a show couple, but generally it's a lot more like ladies coming from the physique division coming up to women's bodybuilding, winning shows, and there's so few of what I call true female bodybuilders. I mean, people like Irene Anderson, Hella Trevino, Margie V. Martin. There's a lady who's competing this weekend, and she's been bodybuilding for 30 years.
Journey,
I mean,
a journey, it's so big too.
yeah.
That was
Yeah, it's just getting to like some women start out like I know a lady who had talked with my name Rashana Boswell. She started as figure, then went physique. Now she's women's open, and it's just the sport just changing, And we talked about the Arnold, how he pushed out women's bodybuilding, but then you saw the women who were in physique and fitness, figure and fitness. They look like physique girls. I mean, it's just
yeah.
I mean, what's
The judges, it's confusing. He in some competition, like I saw in Instagram, some physique and bodybuilding. It's most the same because this physique now it's much more big. Like bodybuilding, you don't know it's bodybuilding or it's physique. Yeah.
Yeah, only thing I think separates is the poses. That's only the street. I mean, the girls are coming a lot more conditioned. I know a lady who did an interview with, we become friends. She was competing as a physique competitor, but the judges told her, you might want to go with the bodybuilder. And it's just like, that's the reason why they push out people bodybuilder. They're talking about, we want this and that, but then what do we really want? I mean, it's just one thing. Okay, we want the bigger girls. We want girls in good condition. We want girls who are, definition. But then we want the girls who are the big freaky chicks, like you ever heard of AJ and over there at Female Bodybuilding Channel, how he talks about it. And it's just, I don't know. I just, we got my man. Yeah, we got my man. Balls Deep. She got OnlyFans. I don't think so. Balls Deep. I don't think she got one.
Not now. Maybe I make it something.
Yeah, and that's the way.
For working in coach, maybe.
Yeah, because that's the way some of the ladies have to make money. Because if you don't have a real job, because instead again, bodybuilding is expensive. There's a lot of things you got to put into. Yeah, very expensive. And the only way some ladies have to make money is on the fetish end of it, where guys can watch y'all. I watch some women's on certain sites. I do follow some women on certain sites. And this just if it was more profitable, when which okay, I'm getting paid to compete. I think more people would do it. But because it's not as profitable, you really have to really pull out of your pocket every other day.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we got a man here. Balls deep. Peace, blessings to the chat. Thank you, Balls deep, my man. And hopeful soon. He's hoping that you get your pro card soon. So, like I said, we can use more true women of muscle like yourself.
Thank
we need y'all to come because, like I say, I know it's becoming a dying breed to become a true female bodybuilder. It's practically there's not that many women like I said like I mentioned Margie and Hella and Irene and a lady who I was talking about earlier, Mr. Michelle Brent. She's 65 years old and she's been competing for 30 years. And this is her last year because a friend of ours, a lady who was a friend of mine, passed away. She wanted to dedicate this season to her, and she's 65 years old, and she still looks really good for a woman her age. But much respect to you. So anyway, folks, we're not gonna hold it too much longer. I know her hungry. She's hungry. She's hungry. She's hungry.
hungry.
And stomach's growling.
Don't have a ticket. I need to go in the supermarket.
Yeah, she gotta go shopping, folks. And
Yeah.
we do appreciate her time. We hope for her to get her pro card. We'd love to see her come in the States. Like I said,
Please try speaking my bad English. I'm so sorry. Oh, I try.
you like I said, you try. That's the thing is, and
Yes.
as long as you try, that's all that matters. Nothing else. We got my man. We got a man. Esau, I'll go balls deep in you. Oh man, no, don't do that, man. Come on, man. Yeah, she's an attractive woman. She got nice muscles, but man, be respectful. He's one of those guys I talk about. I get some sick freaks out here. Some sick freaks.
Yeah.
But like I said, she has to go shopping. We do appreciate her time. We support her in her upcoming show. Maybe she'll do, but that's up to her.
It's okay.
That's all right. My man Balls Deep laughing at us. Yeah, man, you're laughing, But like I said, her social media stuff in the description. Reach out to her. Be genuine. If you, like I said this, if you are someone overseas in Denmark, Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, New York City, anywhere.
Yes.
Like if you want to support women like her who are still in the amateur, NPC, who want to grow and develop as an athlete, who wants to get to the next level, be genuine in your support and sponsorship. Don't be one of these guys say like, you say, you know what? I want to support you. I want to send you a few bucks, but you gotta send me something. No, don't do that.
No.
Be genuine in your support. Be say, you know what, Miss Shayla, I want to send you something. I want to help you out. I want to see you grow as an athlete. I want to see you go to your next level. I want to see you, do good for yourself. I don't want nothing out of it, but see you're successful. And that's what we want to do. My man Balls Deep, have a good day and good luck. She gave that kiss. Mwah. Like that. Yeah. But like I said, I do appreciate Esau. I appreciate your time. I appreciate Henrik for helping us with the translation. Thank you, Jenna. Be proud of your wife because I think she has all the tools to get to the next level. And I want to think, oh yeah, you get to kiss that muscle. Yeah, I'm jealous.
He has some muscles. More he's keeping at the short. Yeah, he has some muscles too.
Yeah, he gets to rub you down after a hard workout. Yeah, but like I said, I appreciate your time. You can twerk before you go. No, we're not gonna ask him to do that, Balls Deep. Keep that to yourself. But I do appreciate your time. I hope, like I said, everything that turns out well for you. I'll be on the lookout for whenever that show comes up. I will talk about it on my channel because, like I said, I want to support you ladies. I want to be an advocate for ladies like yourself.
You.
Who maybe someday, maybe if I ever get on a plane or if you ever come here, I would love to meet you and talk to you and have a conversation and give you a big hug. And I'm giving you one of my pervy hugs. But like I said, I'd like to thank you again. I appreciate it. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, this is man always George Page, aka the Emperor Female Body Talk. Don't like, so subscribe. support Miss Syhler in her content. My man Marcus Bell coming through last minute. Salute to all the way George Page. Might be late, but still coming through to smash that like. Thank you, Marcus Bell. So anyway, like I said, support Miss Syhler in her upcoming show. Support all these ladies. Be respectful. Anyway, once more again, it's me always George Page, aka the Imperfume Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. We are out.